Hey guys, as always, thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate your support. I was supposed to have a guest on, but they wasn't able to make it, so this is gonna probably be a pretty short show. Not really prepared to really talk about anything. I mean, of course, I got a lot of things on my mind, but I like to put some kind of structure, although it may not seem like it on on a lot of these. I like to have some kind of structure when I do something, at least have a good idea of what I want to talk about or something like that. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of rambling. Hope you guys find it interesting, and let's go. First of all, I hope everyone had a safe and happy holiday. Um, to the veterans, the people of the military, I truly appreciate the things that you do to help keep this world, especially this country, safe. Although there's a lot of things going on that, I guess need to change. A lot of mass shootings. Grocery stores, elementary schools. I mean, it's really starting to get out of hand. But for our military, you are appreciated. Not sure if you hear it, not sure how often you hear it if you do. But I do want you to know, at least from my standpoint, you are truly appreciated. It takes a lot of guts and courage and intestinal fortitude to do the things that you do. So, I salute you. But back to the craziness that's going on in this world. Like, when does it stop? When are we gonna get tired of, like Steve Kerr said, get tired of having a moment of silences, giving out condolences to families of lost ones. It's crazy to think about. Like, schools aren't even safe. Um, and honestly, I'm not even really sure what can truly be done to prevent it. Again, you can have more of a police presence on school properties, but everybody's talking about defunding the police. You defund the police department, how is that going to take place? So there's a lot of things that we as a people have to come together and figure out and do something about, because I mean this is really getting crazy. I live down in North Carolina. I do have a carry permit, and I do carry my firearm on me wherever I go. Just because of the simple fact of the craziness that's going on. Like, they just shot up a grocery store in Buffalo. Like, you can't even go get groceries without worrying about being attacked. I work at the post office, and the phrase is called going postal. So I'm worried there at times. It's just a scary thing, man. It's a scary world out there. Basically, I go to work and I come home. I'll play some video games. I work on my businesses and things like that. But there has to be something done, and soon, uh, to rectify the things that are going on. You can say that, put tighter laws on guns and things like that. But from my experience, I figured I've seen that if people want something, if they want to get something, if they want to do something, they're going to find a way to get it or do it. So, I mean, I don't know if that's going to help. Then I guess, ammunition prices, I mean, they're already kind of high, but I mean, that's another thing, that you could just raise the prices of ammunition even more, and hopefully that'll be a deterrent for people. But like I just said, if people want to do something, they're gonna find a way to do it. So I don't know. It's just really crazy and sad to think about, And then the school shooting, the elementary school. I mean, again, nobody deserves to have their life taken. But I mean, these are elementary kids, man. 5, 6, 7, 10, 12. I mean, it just doesn't make much sense to me. Like, what could possess a grown person? I believe the guy was 18 years old. Um, what could possess a grown person just to go and shoot up an elementary school? I don't know. And again, I just think it's funny that, these guys are apprehended. You know what I mean? The guy in Buffalo was apprehended. Apparently, he was attempting to kill himself, but the police were able to stop him. So it's a lot of questions with not a lot of answers. And by all means, if you have some input, some knowledge, because I'll be the first to tell you I'm not an expert on this subject. I've heard about it. I've read a little bit about it, but it's so saddening that I just can't bring myself to go to dig into the details of it. Now, if you have your perspective, or if you've done the digging and I'm saying something off or out of line or whatever, please, by all means, let me know. I'd be happy to discuss it with you. I'd be happy to bring you on the show. I'd be happy to correct myself on the show, even if you don't want to come on the show with me. But what I do know is that something needs to change, and something needs to change really, really fast. It's I don't know. But on a brighter note, we got the NFL. I'm just missing football. I apologize. I almost said the NFL. I meant to say the NBA finals coming up. But I'm a huge football fan, and I'm just missing football. I wish football went all year round, to be honest with you. But it should be a pretty good matchup. Boston is probably the best defensive team that this Golden State team has faced in the finals throughout the 8 years. The 6 times that they've made it in the last 8 years. But there's just too much firepower, too much experience, too much camaraderie on that Golden State team to. I'm gonna say Golden State in 6, but I really wouldn't be surprised if they won it in 5. They always say a superstar, which Jason Tatum is a superstar. Superstar should be able to win you at least one game out of a 7-game series. So that's why I don't want to call a sweep, but that wouldn't surprise me either. So we're gonna have to wait and see on that. Can't wait for that to start off on Thursday. Then not a huge hockey fan, but being from New York, it's kind of crazy that the only New York team I root for is the New York Rangers. They just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. But again, another tall task, man. They have to face the 2-time defending champion Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or I think that's the baseball team, Tampa Bay Lightning. So of course I'm pulling for my boys. Not really a huge hockey fan, but I do follow sports. So hopefully they can go ahead and bring it back to '94. It's been a long time since they won the Stanley Cup. I was still in high school, back in '94. So hopefully we can have another run at it and get that done. Baseball, it's still way too early. My White Sox they jumped out hot, then they cooled off, which they usually do. They usually cool off around the All-Star break, which is kind of cool. Maybe they can get their footing back and make a run, towards the end of the season. But 182 games being played, man, it's really hard to get into it within the first 60, 70. I mean, honestly, like the first 80 probably, half of the season, 162 games. That's a lot of games. So, You know, that's a lot of ground to make up, a lot of time to catch up and things like that. So hopefully they'll go ahead and get that done. Uh, like I said, guys, you know, I'm really not prepared for this. You know, I was supposed to have a guest on. Hopefully, I'll be able to get him on next week, and we could go ahead and rock this out. Seeing how he backed out on me last minute, I think I'm gonna make him talk for about half an hour instead of about the 15, 20 minutes I usually do. We'll see what happens though. But again, just hope everybody had a great holiday. To the military people, once again, I salute you. I appreciate you. Guys, it's starting to get hot, especially out here in North Carolina. So, you know, keep your loose clothes, keep your loose fitting clothes, keep plenty of water in you. You know, guys, be safe there. I'm going to leave it with just love the people who love you, man. Be safe out there. Take care of yours and love the people that love you. That being said, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I got a couple things I want to work on. Can't remiss to mention August 27th, the first annual end of summer Coleman Company Bash. Again, as it gets closer to the date and more details are hashed out, I'll definitely keep you guys informed. We're going to have t-shirts that's going to be needed to attend. You know, $25, $30 for the t-shirts, and that's going to cover your t-shirt, the food and drinks, and the entertainment for you out there. You know, I'm really looking forward to this. Hope to get a nice big turnout. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of this. As always, I appreciate you listening, and I'll catch you on the flip side.